hope you all are doing well today. Welcome to another edition of Programming with Mrs. Hughes. Our objective is students will create a Python program that utilizes string methods. Our first vocabulary word is string. A string is a series of characters. So for example, my name is Erica. That would be considered a string. Now, you can represent a string inside of double quotation marks, and you can also represent a string inside of single quotation marks. Our next vocabulary word is substring. A substring is a part of a string. Let's look at our first example of the string, my name is Erica. The word my is considered a substring. The word name is considered a substring. The word is, the word Erica, and even each individual character is considered a substring. So the M will be a substring, the Y a substring, the N a substring. Those are all substrings of the string, my name is Erica. All right, our next vocabulary word is string methods. String methods are actions that Python can perform on a piece of string data. Now, Python has a whole lot of built-in string methods. Now I'm going to only list 3 of those. But if you want to see the whole list, you need to go to the Python website and look in their library, and it'll show you the whole list of string methods. So the 3 string methods that I'm going to list is the count method. The count method returns the number of times a specified value occurs in a string. The upper method, it converts a string into uppercase. The lowercase method, it converts a string into lowercase letters. Now let's look at the count method more closely. We have the string, my name is Erica. We're going to store that inside the variable called name. And we're going to set the substring equal to A. I'm setting the substring equal to A because that's the letter that I'm looking for. That's the substring that I'm looking for in the string, my name is Erica. So if I want to call the count method, I will first have to type the variable where the string is stored. So in this case, the string is stored in the name variable, okay? So I'll type name and then a period, and then I'll call the count string method, and I'll pass it the substring. So if I wanted to print how many times the substring A was in my string, my name is Erica, I would put it inside the print function, and then it'll give me the output of 2. Now another way that you can call the count method would be to pass it 2 more parameters. You can pass it the start parameter and the end parameter. Now let me explain. When you have the string my name is Erica, Python is going to assign each character a location. M is in location 0, Y is in location 1, the space is in location 2, the N is in location 3, the A is in location 4, the M is in location 5. You get the picture. The E has a location 6, space 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. Okay, so each character has a location. When I call the string method of count, I can pass it a start location and an end location. So in this example, when I call the count string method, I'm passing 0 and 6. So I'm asking Python to count the number of times you see A from location 0 to 6. And what do you think Python is going to print out? Right, it's going to print out 1. So from 0 to 6, it sees A one time. Another character that I want you all to know about is the new line character. Now, ordinarily, if I just wanted to print hello world, this is the code that I would write. And the output would look like hello world. Both words are on one line. But if I use a new line character and I put it in between the hello and the world, it's going to print world out on a new line. That's what the new line character does. Whenever you insert it somewhere, it's going to print the remaining text on a new line. Alright, so let's get started writing our program. So we're going to go to Replit. And we're going to click Start Coding. The language that we're going to choose will be Python. And we're going to hit Create Replit. Now, before we start writing code, we always write our comment. So we're going to put the hashtag mark to show Python that this is a comment. And we're going to write a comment about what this program is. So I'm going to type a program that counts the number of tails after a coin is flipped 10 times. Okay? So that is what this program will be about. So in order to get the coin flips, I'm going to have to ask the user to put them in. So in order to do that, I'm going to call the input function. And this is where I'm going to type the statement that will appear on the screen. I'm going to tell the user, flip a coin 10 times. I'm going to put the new line character because I want this to start on a new line. Record 1 for tails and 0 for heads. I must go to a new line, and then I'm going to ask the user to please type in your results. Please type in your results. And 0 for heads. I'm going to run the program, and this is how it prints out. So it says flip a coin 10 times, record 1 for tails and 0 for heads. Please type in your results. So that looks good. So the user is going to type in 10011, whatever their results are. Alright, now after the user types that in, I want to store this information in a variable. So right before the input, I'm going to store this information inside a variable called flips. So right before the input, I'm going to type flips, and I'm going to store that information. All right, now that that information is stored in the variable flips, I'm going to assign my substring. Substring is going to equal is going to equal 1 because I'm looking for the number of times my user flipped tails. So I'm going to type substring equals 1. That's what I'm looking for. The next line, I'm going to call my count function. So the first thing that I need to do, I need to type in where the string is stored. So the string is stored inside the variable flips. So I'm going to type in flips and then dot, and then I'm going to call my method of count. And inside, I'm going to pass it the parameter of substring because that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for 1. So I call that, and this line is going to count how many times 1 is in my string. So I'm going to assign that number to a variable because I want to use it later on in a print command. So I'm going to assign it to count. So count is going to store the number of times 1 is in my string. Now I want to display some output. So in order to display output, I'm going to call the print function. And the output that I want to display is you flipped tails. Okay, so you flipped tails. Now, I'm going to call the number of times I flipped tails, and that's stored in the count variable. So I'm going to call count. You flipped tails. It's going to display how many times. And then I'm going to say times, the word times. Okay? Now, let's see if that prints out correctly. So I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It says I flipped tails 5 times. So if you look at my results, I can count the number of times 1 was displayed, and it was 5 times. Now it's your turn. I want you to create a program that counts the number of times tail is flipped after a coin is flipped. You can say 10 times, you can say 20 times. You can even change tails to heads. All right, go have fun.